What is good, guys? It's me, the Gaming Cube Doro, and we're doing our first action figure review on the channel. I'm going to do more action figure reviews on this channel. This is the first one I'm doing today. It is, this motherfucker that just got it from the Star Wars Power of the Jedi collection. What's the fuck is bro's name again? Let's see the card. It comes with a trading card. It comes with a classic card. It comes with like a those football cards or Pokemon cards or shit. Well, actually, it's not just like a Pokemon card or like one of those other board game ass cards or those other game cards. It's more like a statistic card. You see the back information with some lore dumping. He's from the original trilogy, the OT trilogy, and Mos Katana. Let's see his stats. His stats include strength, 10 points out of 20. 0 to 20 in power strength. So he's pretty OP. He's pretty, for a guy who's just basically a fucking parts salesman who's part of the Rebel Alliance, who's friends with Han and Luke, who barely shows up in the movie. He has some good numbers on him. We don't actually physically see him fight, but it's there accordingly. The asteroid destruction and shit, all that shit. Strength, 10 points. Now I don't really remember him too much. He's a glubbed shitto. I don't remember him too much, and I'm not gonna say he's like my favorite Star Wars character of all time, but this figure is pretty cool. I like it. I like the design of the character. I dig the all this shit, and I wanted to get him, so I bought him. I don't know much about his character though. Like I know about like 90% of Star Wars, but I don't recall. I think I remember he's in like one of the movies. I think what, A New Hope. Yeah, it was A New Hope. I think maybe okay, I could be wrong. 10 points in strength, 9 points in speed, 12 points in endurance, and 11 points in intelligence. So he has it stacked for quite literally nobody, a salesman on like Tatooine. The description says asteroid prospector and part-time scout. The Ignamic Ketwol is often found in seedy spaceports trying to sell precious ores and metals. Oh man, Ketwol. I said Ketwol. Ketwol. Okay, cool. So we're gonna actually go to the figure now. Now, this is a pretty good figure. It has a pretty interesting plastic mold. It has a pretty fantastic mold. I like the detail in the eyes and the detail with these little flaps here. His little, I guess, his ears, his flaps. I like the shape of his head going this way, like a triangular head for the species. The species is a Pasitahip, an unknown from an unknown homeworld, but we do know what the species is. It looks like to be from the actual, because this is the actual figure, and it looks different from the actual provided image. But from the provided image, it looks like just a bluish elephant mammoth kind of creature. So these are most likely just his tusks. He has a little trunk here. He has a classic shirt, a classic Star Wars shirt. I love. This character is good for stop motions as just what his character is like a bar owner, a civilian. I needed more characters like this. I needed more Star Wars civilians or just civilian figures in general. This would be like if you saw Marvel Legends figures and you picked like Matt Murdock lawyer versus just like the actual superhero costume, like the actual main thing. Like if you got the Matt Murdock lawyer figure, but instead of just a regular Daredevil figure, or like you would get, I don't know, a robber figure versus like the actual supervillains. Like it's one of those like to the side dealies. He has this long coat. The pants are here. We're gonna take them off for a second. Ooh, spicy. But yeah, his pants can come off and on. His accessory piece is his pants. Yeah, pretty good pants. Pretty standard pants in Star Wars. It's a pretty standard piece. It has a good feel to it. There's the little sand details, like a little bit right here, a little bit right here, a little bit right here. It's like, so he's a very busy man on Tatooine. He walks around sand. He has prosthetic legs, which are robot legs, droid legs. So he has that going on for him. Prosthetics. He's an amputee, which is pretty fucking cool. And we see he has an interesting smell to him. Like, I know you guys won't be able to actually know this, but when I opened him up for the first time and got him close to my face, he has a very interesting old-timey plastic smell. Like, I don't think any figure in my life that I've ever collected, even older figures from other franchises, like other figures from, and this is a pretty old figure. This came out like in 2000s or something, but like, I have other figures around that time period as well, and they don't smell as like, I can actually smell the sands of Tatooine on them. Yeah, I don't know if that's an intentional detail or not, but pretty good. But so that's my review for this man right here, Ketwol. Yeah, he's part of the Rebel Alliance, and he's a salesman. And you know, I would say the only thing that I would say is like, is like here is clearly that he has a blue skin, but here he has like greenish one, but pretty cool.